Hello, everybody. As per Bloom's taxonomy, the three learning approaches are cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. The first method of learning is cognitive domain. The cognitive domain of knowledge occurs by listening and reading to develop intellectual abilities. The cognitive domain of learning associated with the brain. The second method of learning is the affective domain. In affective domain of knowledge happens by emotion, feeling, and practice. The affective domain of education helps to develop the values and character of a human being. Affective domain of learning associated with the heart. The third method of learning in psychomotor domain. The psychomotor domain is knowledge occurs by observing, doing, and practicing. The psychomotor domain of education is associated with hands and motor organs. The psychomotor domain is mainly used to develop skills and talent-based abilities. In this session, we will learn about psychomotor domain of. Like the cognitive domain, the psychomotor domain also has various taxonomy versions. The four primary domains were developed by Dave in 1967, and in 1972, three more models were promoted by Siemens, Haro, and Bromskovy. Dave was an co-author and a team member of Benjamin Bloom. So the simplest and easy to use model for the Bloom's taxonomy is Dave's model. The few more taxonomies like Haro taxonomy, Siemens taxonomy, and Thomson taxonomy is available. The Dave's model of psychomotor domain is like a pyramidal structure with 5 layers, namely imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. The bottommost level is imitation, and the topmost level is naturalization. Learning skills by doing something will always happen from imitation to naturalization. The limitation is beginner level and the naturalization is expert level. The first level of psychomotor domain is imitation. Imitation is nothing but to imitate some action by observing others. At this level, learners imitate the activity of the teacher. At this level, the learner will directly copy the action seen and repeat the same what they see. Because of copying or imitation, the learner's performance will be deficient at this level. Need more practice to make the proper level of performance. Whenever enter the psychomotor domain of learning, the skill starts by observing what others do, and then it is replicated by the learner. The action verbs used in the imitation level of psychomotor domain are copy, follow, replicate, repeat, and adhere. The second level of the psychomotor domain is manipulation. Manipulation is performing specific action by following the instructions and practicing until it becomes habitual. At this level, the learner will reproduce activity by instruction and memory. But the learners are still in the beginning stage of learning. For example, they are trying to operate an equipment independently by getting instruction or reading about it. The action verbs used in the manipulation level are recreate, build, perform, execute, and implement. The next level of psychomotor domain is precision. Because of practice at the precision level, the skill has attained and become more exact. At this level, the learner will execute the skill independently. At the precision level, proficiency is indicated by a smooth and accurate. This performance requiring a minimum of energy, even though few errors are apparent in the outcome. For example, working and reworking something will be just right in the precision. The action verbs used in the precision level are demonstrate, complete, show, perfect, calibrate, and control. The fourth level of psychomotor domain is articulation. The articulation level is the most precision level compared to the precision level. At this level, coordinating a series of actions, achieving harmony and internal consistency are taking place for the high level of precision. Because of this action, the learners can adopt expertise to complete the non-standard objective. The outcome of the level, the learners will use equipment skillfully. The action verbs used in this articulation level are construct, solve, combine, coordinate, integrate, adopt, develop, formulate, modify, and master. The uppermost level of psychomotor domain is naturalization. At this naturalization level, high level performance will happen naturally without any effort. At this naturalization level, the learner can automate the skills unconsciously. At this level of domain, the learner is at an expert level and the learner can use the equipment without thinking and even use in novel ways. The action verbs used in the naturalization level are define, aim, approach, automate, design, invent, and manage. In conclusion, the learning occurs in psychomotor domain by doing on hands. Learning skills will develop by imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. Mostly, this learning happens practically oriented courses. I hope we understood the fundamentals of psychomotor domain prescribed by Dave's model of Bloom's taxonomy. Thank you and thank you very much.